Hey guys, Michael Mechanical. I made a video a couple of days ago, but I was just thinking to myself before I go and do something else, it's like, why did I buy a GoPro if I'm not going to use it? I'll give you one reason why I sort of didn't like using the GoPro. It gets hot and then it just shuts down. And that's on the 4K setting. They say the higher your resolution, the worse it comes out. And apparently there are people who use the 1080p setting or whatever it was, like just HD resolution. Hey Google, turn on the Michael light.
Sure, turning on the
Okay.
Michael light.
So I was only going to come in for something else that I was going to grab instead of that, but I decided I'm going to just come in and grab the thing anyway, because I have a project outside that I got to finish off, and that's from last year when I went in for my transplant. I was told no more pretty much, and I won't be able to do it for another 2 years, but now it's like, well, 1 year sort of, almost. Anyway, I know when I'll be able to touch stuff again safely, but it's like, well, I've got to figure out a safe way for me to do the job now, based on what information I'll be given. And also, there's never really any tables free. I mean, there's that, but it's out there where the wind is blowing and the wind will blow the paperwork all over the place. So my bench is full of stuff. And as you can see, there's no press here now, so there's a little bit more space. Dad moved his car, he puts the chainsaw on the ground. I'm going to be honest, when I see this, I'm like, this is pathetic. This is a walkway, not a place for putting a chainsaw kick. And, you know, everything in the shed is just full of stuff, and it's sickening. It's sickening when everything gets full, but you know, when you have a project, you're meant to get through it quickly as you can, so you don't have to worry about it, especially when you're doing a transmission. Like, all the transmission components are here still, and there's a reason I didn't get to finish that. I ran into some complications, and then I got sick, and then I haven't been able to touch it ever since, so we're gonna have to figure out. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating trying to figure out how to or what to do in these circumstances. Let's put that one to the side. So out here, the project that I've got to do is I've got this piece of wood. Giant piece of wood on the wall. Now, there's already a plan on what to do with this big sheet of wood. It's 3 meters by 1.8 from memory. I thought it was 2 meters, but it's actually 1.8. And this is the plan for it, to cut out pieces of wood out of that sheet. So if I was to stand here like pretty much this, or sheet, this is the cutouts for that sheet, and all the lighter grey areas, they are the piece of material we're going to cut out of it, and then all the excess is going to be a sort of darker grey, and then darker grey again is just background. That's not intentional, that's just how it comes out. And I could have made it a little bit better by changing the colours to white, pure white, and then just making grey, and then setting a background colour on the background maybe, but it is what it is. It's not easy to do. Dad's in the hospital right now, probably getting surgery or something, because he has a lot of gastrointestinal problems right now, and they told him he has essentially some dead intestines he needs to have fixed, so it's not cool. I'm on my own home alone at the moment, but I do need to get rid of this, because once this is cut up and this is taken to our other home, we got another project to work on. And I'm going to tell you, from what I just discovered yesterday, my dad, his trailer is wired wrong, and the reason I know this, check the diagrams for what everyone else provides on, you know, your car socket plug wiring and your wiring for your connector leads. And I got to the trailer from checking all the leads, and the trailer was wired wrong. So over here is your trailer plug. It's made in Germany, took it off. The wires were backwards, and the rest of them seem a little bit off too, but it could just be those 2 wires in the plug. I've been using a little bit of WD-40 here and there to try and fix things up. This toe ball got, the socket got stuck on my toe ball, but it'll be okay. And what we're going to be doing with this is, because it is sort of in bad condition, it's not that bad actually, is we're going to be restoring it a bit. to try and prevent it from rusting away. So if you look in the tray, oh god, it's rusty as. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting our wire wheels that we bought. I don't know where Dad's put them. I paid for them, and I don't know where he's put them. But we're going to be getting those wire wheels. We're going to be wire wheeling out the entire tray. And then we're going to be getting paint. And apparently the paint that we got is very, very cheap. That's one of the problems with that paint. But he was told to use it, and he wanted to pick it. So he picked it, and I was like, well, at least it wasn't the expensive stuff at this point. Because it's not even ready, and we don't even know what we're going to use. He gets to try it, and if it's not that good, it's not that good. I can't believe I'm always exhausted. Oh look, there's a caterpillar on my car, under my car. Caterpillars under the car. So yeah, but we got to fix up the trailer before it rusts out or whatever. Just like my ute needs some TLC, but that's not going to happen for a while. We do have a welder now at the other place. It's not as good as the one. Oh god, don't use the tiptoes. I got to do it upside down. Oh god. Trying to grab things awkwardly. This is one of the reasons why making videos is hard. But I'm gonna look, see if I can find the stuff that we bought. Super cheap autos, Dedner or whatever. It was $40. It was cheap. I was saying to my dad Raptor liner, but he ended up picking the guy who was selling us. He picked it and I paid for it. He even picked the wire wheels and I paid for that too. You'll probably go and say it's my tools, but I paid for it. Here we go. So here is your wire wheels, and this is what I paid for. I paid for these. I paid for the amber reflectors because Dad's doesn't meet the ADRs and he needs them. But it's mostly for nighttime, I believe, not during the day. He's got the wire brushes, wire wheels, and then he has this metal cover. And that's what we're going to use for the tray bed. It's a black one, it's matte black. And we're going to use that in the tray. That there will help protect it from rusting and preserve the life of it. It's not probably going to be that tough, but it is what it is. Getting exhausted so quickly, that's ridiculous. I got to look for, I'm not sure whether I want to use a circular saw or a jigsaw, but I've got to cut that piece of wood out of something, so I got those two options. I know we have circular saw. The problem is when you cut circular saw, it gets up to a certain point and then it doesn't cut through. And if I cut too much, what's going to happen is, because of the space I have, I'm going to cut one piece out like this, solid piece, and then another one down there, and it's going to come up, and then there's going to be two supports in the middle, and there's going to be a couple of pieces over here that are going to help also support the table up. The only problem is the materials are going to be hard to cut out with circular saw. Jigsaw could chip it away, like the edge is getting chipped at the moment, which unfortunately that's because Dad got angry with it just to access the light switch there, and he sort of knocked it off the blocks of wood and it hit the ground, so it's not on blocks anymore. The blocks are still buried back there that it was sitting on, but you know, Dad had to knock it off, so I mean, I can't really care about it because it's going to be just sitting there until we do something with it. And it is blocking the light switch, but this is the only logical place to put it at the time. And then we have the Fairlane here. The reason the Fairlane is not here is to allow us to finish this project. Otherwise, the Fairlane would be probably still here. But the reason the Fairlane's not here is just because that project needs to be finished. And then we have other projects to start and finish, like preserving that trailer is worth something, because otherwise it's just going to cost us a lot of money to get a new one, if we want to. And it's like, do we really want to? Keeping that one going will be better than buying a new one. Although buying a new one isn't so bad either, at least it'll be new. Anyway, I'm going to end it here and see what I can do, because I don't know what tools are available. And going through everything's going to be hard, and everything's a mess and a pigsty. And I don't want to be responsible for the pigsty. I want to take my stuff and just leave, sort of thing. So I don't have a reason to come in the shed anymore, because I have stuff in here for reasons. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Michael Mechanical is going. Oh, look, there's ZL tail light there too. But Michael Mechanical out. Thank you. You're awesome, guys.